Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are live post-match for the game Newport, where I would say, just about beat Newport 4-2 in the end. Should have been more, but then again, Newport on another day could have scored a couple more as well themselves. But listen, make sure you like the video. We've got Ash in the building. Ash, all good?
Yeah, all good. Spent the day arguing on Twitter, so fun day today. But it's madness in it. You know,
what was you arguing on Twitter about? I want to know. What was you arguing on Twitter about?
10 arguing and all that, but do you know what I mean? It's just madness. People just arguing, blaming Glazers, blaming the training ground, all that stuff. So yeah, it's just I just don't know what people are seeing in this manager. Do you know what I mean? I can't get it. I just on the edge of breakdown here. But yeah, other than that, all good, all nice. So a pleasure to be here with the lads, with the boys, and the chat and all that. So and looking forward to it. So let's go.
Yeah, man. Flawless, big up, man, for coming on as well. Big up to you, bro.
Yeah, man. Big up for having me as always, man. Always look forward to this show. You know what I'm saying? Always helps me feel better because normally we're talking about a terrible United performance, win, lose or draw. It's normally all. Big up my guy Rory and Jay as well. So yeah, man. Big up for having, man. Big up to everyone here. Good to have Andy back. Good to see Traps on as well, man.
Yeah. Big up, man. We got Traps, Coolio Traps. What are you saying, man? What are you telling me?
You mean it's one of the rare days you see me without the hat, man? Like the hat.
Yeah.
It looks like me and Andy have done it. Here we go to Inter Milan by the looks of things.
I know, I'm going Inter Milan, here we go, yeah? Is that how bad it is at United? Man, I go into Inter Milan, you know, it's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, big up to you and Traps.
I'm here, man, but what's happened, lads? Trust the process in that. No, what's going on? Why is everyone downbeating that?
Listen, man, I don't know about process, mate. We need to talk about it, man. But yeah, big up to you. We got Andy in the building as well. Andy, how are you, mate? Been a while, but hope you're well.
Yeah, I'm okay, mate. I'm good as you can be in life. Family comes first, but today was a little bit of respite, a bit of football, and it's a bit of an irony. The place where Newport plays called Rodney Parade, and for a bit we played like a set of plonkers to only Phil's in our reference. So but we got through it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Double A, my man. Big up to you, man. The kits reminiscent of the good times, man. Because right now, hey, listen, this ain't no good time, man, to be a United fan. I'll start off with you, Double A, man. Before you introduce yourself and whatnot, man. It's crazy that how you feel right now, isn't it? Like just as a United fan at the minute, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, oh mate, like it has been for a while, and especially this season, wheels have absolutely fallen off. But big up to everyone. Obviously,
yeah.
Apparently, according to the chat, Ash, my twin brother, Flawless. Mate, I don't think you understand how amazing it is to have Andy back in the mix on this show as well.
Yeah, man.
Like, absolutely love him. And you know, I'm gonna have to start calling this channel Traps TV, I think, because he's on here more than you say at the minute. So
yeah, man.
We got to my boy.
He's start getting his own slot, would say.
I know. Yeah.
No,
he rattles.
Tell him again.
I love him. I absolutely love him. Obviously, as you can probably tell as well, let's start off. Had a trim, no do-rag, double A this week, unfortunately.
I'm not gonna lie, Mr. Do-rag. I'm not gonna lie, man. The do-rag was on point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, mate. Honestly, like this club will literally be the death of a lot of us. I think. Like, I did a Newport, like a preview for this game on a Newport channel. Someone asked me if I do it and that, and like speaking to this guy, they were literally saying like, they thought they were gonna get absolutely steamrolled. Like, you could say like the guy was already beaten. It's like I just hope if I get a goal, it's something I can live on. You know, if we manage to get a draw, go back to Old Trafford, you know, literally like his life has been made. And I kept saying to him, I said, listen, that very well is the expectation of someone expecting Manchester United to roll in because of the weight of the name and who the club are. I said, well, let's be clear, mate. I fully expect if you get into the game, this team will crumble because they are weak. They are consistent. The only thing we're consistent in is how we allow teams back into games that should be over. That's the only thing we're consistent in. And everything that we do wrong plays out every single game. We allow teams back in when we're comfortable. Copenhagen, Galatasaray, 2 games this season that have cost us the Champions League, went the same way that tonight went, only we managed to get a win this time because it's a League 2 side and we should be battering teams like this. And again, no concentration straight after halftime. And it's becoming a pattern now, and it's a pattern that's causing a problem. And you have to look at one man and one man only to sort this out. That's the man on the sideline. And listen, the players let themselves down, let the club down. And it's embarrassing that we're scoring a goal in injury time and we're relieved because it means the game's over. Like, what have we become? What have we become? And the players have to hold a lot of that because that's them. Of
course.
But the manager,
my thing is that you say that's more embarrassing. My most embarrassing thing is that he brought on 4 defenders on to see off the game. That's for me embarrassing. Like that, genuinely, man. That's it. Because I want to be on the front. Bring the attackers on, man. Bring on Ahmad. Bring on Eric's a bit of creativity. Kill the game off. For me, what's more embarrassing is you bringing on 4 defenders. What point he brought on? Did he bring on Kwambala and was it Maguire in one goal?
That was Forson. That was Forson, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, he did bring on Big Will. And he brought on, he brought on Johnny Evans and Maguire.
Johnny Evans.
Yeah. And McTominay. Let's not forget
McTominay. But he brought on 3 defenders.
Yeah. McTominay, that's a defensive move.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's a defensive move.
Because they were crossing balls into the box. So he's like, all right, let me bring some height on. Newport.
You know what, man? Let me ask Flawless. To start off with you as well, and obviously take on there. But you know, we're not improving. You know what I mean? For me, I think we've got a clueless manager. Don't know what he's doing. He's just playing it on the go. The players are a disgrace as well. The attack stinks. I mean, that was our best team, probably on paper. Maybe you could argue Rashford's in there, but listen, Rashford's out on his own accord.
I ain't gonna argue with that.
Well, there you go. Exactly. That is the best team, yeah. So I then need to see the best football, right? These lot, the people that are telling me, wait till everyone comes back, we'll have the best football. So then we didn't see that really, did we? Let's be honest. Like, we seen it in patches, but apart from that, broski, like, it's the same old. No game management, attack's poor. We can't really create any rhythm, and mentally we're fragile, like Double A says. That's the reality.
You said something key there when you was when you was asking this question. That's arguably our strongest side. It's not like it was a mix of like youngsters and fringe players and players we've not seen or players we hadn't heard of or players who aren't well known. That's arguably our strongest side. And we was in a game. You know what I'm saying? I always thought we was going to win because they're a League 2 side, but we was in a... Bear in mind, they ain't one of the better sides in League 2. They're 16th. Like, let's just clarify that. So it's not like they're League 2 going into League 1. And we struggled. Double A mentioned it. Us being in the ascendancy, being in a strong situation, and then giving up the game to the others. And we've done that. I said it on my watch log. I was like, yeah, this feels like Copenhagen all over again. Felt the exact same way. 2-0 up, cruising. And then they just get 2 goals out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden we're in a game. And I put this more so as much, the manager is clueless, 110%. But what this game definitely exposed, if there was any doubt, is how limited our players are, in particular our attack. If anyone had any doubt about how bad our attack is, today is what you showed them. How do you score 4 goals and there isn't one attacker I look at and go, you was outstanding. You was exceptional today. How could we look at that game, have all that possession, score 4 goals? I'm sure we had over 10 shots, probably 10 shots on target. I've not double checked. And there's not during that game was I entertained, was I excited, was I like, yeah, we're going to put these men to the sword. No way. And bear in mind, they're a League 2 side, 16th in League 2. It just shows everything that we already know, just on a bigger scale. Yeah, you could maybe add Rashford in there and say he would help, but like, is this what it is? Is that where we're at? Is that where we're at? That we need our best player, we need our best attacker, to go and put in a stellar performance against away to Newport County. It's awful. And yeah, the manager, we all know how bad the manager is. But today's performance, I put more so on the players. You're playing a League 2 side. If I was in a dugout, you man should be able to comfortably. No manager, you man should comfortably win that game. Manage yourselves. Yes, we know the manager's bad, but again, this is why I want everybody gone, because everybody is to blame. Everybody. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it, man. It's supposed when people like are in the comment section or why you man so critical of the team. Look at today. This is exhibit. This is exhibit 8 in the court case on the big screen. Why is it like this? Is all the evidence you need in regards to why we are so critical of this team and this manager, more so the players and more so the attacking players. Yeah, go on, Andy.
I'll give Exhibit B. Yesterday, Ipswich, Maidstone, Ipswich, 38 shots on target. Maidstone, 2 shots on target. Now, there is both cases, Flawless. There is both cases. So, Man United's attack was okay for the first 20-25 minutes, and it just sort of fizzed out.
Yeah,
absolutely fizzed out today. And to be fair, for 20-25 minutes, it could have been a banana skin. That could have been absolutely embarrassing. But they got the composure together, and they actually seen it through. But it's still not good enough. I agree, mate. It was on the place today, and the attitude still stinks.
Yeah. Big up to Louis, says apparently we'll be stronger when injuries come back, and said the fraud deluded manager. This player's football IQ is worrying. Bruno as well. Hoofball. A big up to John A, said no leadership, team spirit, technicality or mentality in this team. Ten Hag found his level, waiting for the DOF. Traps, I'll bring you in. Big up to the comment here. Is it Zahir? Big up Zahed, yeah. Newport had 17 shots, Traps, like a better team. Bro, a better team, You know what? They win us. They win that game. They come back and they win that game. Luckily, like I said to you, we had that little bit of a shot there, and Forster got in, and the floodgates opened a little bit. But broski, we were on, we were literally fighting for our lives at one point. I thought they're gonna equalize or they're gonna score the winner.
But Sati, don't you remember on your watch along? And I said to you, 2-2 when it was 2-1 is a sackable offense. I never said this because it was a whim. Yeah. I can see it coming. From the first goal goes in, the same what everyone else is thinking. Here we go again. And I thought to myself, you have rocked up to Wales with probably the strongest team you can find, yeah? And you can't hold this together for more than 20 minutes. I don't know what to say anymore. Like, it's not, I don't know what to say. Like, I'll be honest with you. It's like, cool. The first team ain't first teaming. Send the youngers to go and do something, because this is ridiculous, bro. I can't lie to you, yeah. It's ridiculous. You cannot go to these places. And I know it's the beauty of the FA Cup, and I get all of that, yeah. But I am sorry. You are 2-0 up. You are Manchester United. You have the majority of your best players. But you know what? I'm gonna give you I'm still gonna give him a chance, yeah, because we still need Mason Mount to come back. We still need Scamra back to come back, and whoever else, and then we can have the confirmation. I don't know what else anyone needs to see, but this needs to stop. It needs to change, innit? And this is why I look again in the comments, Trapscliff again. This is why I'm relying on these men now. These are my man. Ratcliffe and these men, I'm relying on them. I need them to sort this out. I need it now.
You know what's mad, yeah? I'll bring Ashin, yeah. These men went to they didn't go no warm training ground, warm weather training. They didn't do anything like that. They went out on their own holidays. Broski, man, them man should have been in training, bro, because what did he expect them to come back on the Thursday or whatever, the day that Rashford missed? And then obviously, expect everything to kind of, what I see was Bruno playing deeper than Mino. Then I seen this. Then I seen the attacking rhythm is awful. They're all selfish. Bro, I'm not seeing no training ground. And then I'm seeing everyone on Twitter now, saying, oh, all these tacticals here who were saying there was a style of play. Now saying there's no style of play. Well, I could have told you that 6 months ago or whenever I started to doubt it. I was like, listen, this is what I'm seeing, bro. So Ash, talk to me, man.
You know what? I don't see it, Syed. About 2 years ago, I was all in on the players. It's the players' fault. It's all the players and all that. But you look today, 7 of those 11 were Ten Hag players. Do you know what I mean? 7 of those 11, and then the 4 that weren't, that's Shaw, Delo, Varane, and who am missing? Bruno. Now, he extended Bruno's contract. Shaw, people, in England International, all that, so, people say he's good around the dressing room and all that. Varane's, Champions League Varane. So there's no complaints there, really. Can't have any complaints that they're not his men, they're not performing for him and all that kind of stuff. 7 of those 11 were his. And teams in League 2 are smashing Newport, do you know what I mean? And we go there And it was, you look at that first 20 minutes when we were in control, really what you could say was most likely they were down to a little bit of shock. Seeing Manchester United come to Newport and seeing those red shirts, all that kind of stuff, they were a little bit hesitant at first in those first 20 minutes. Once they'd settled into the game, they started playing a little bit. We just looked like we had nothing going forward. We had no creativity, nothing. But this has been the case now for almost the entirety of Ten Hag's era. I mean, how many games can we count that we've had great performances? Maybe 5, over the last 2 years, 1.5 seasons now. It's horrendous. It's poor. And you look at Garnacho, you got to tell him, you just got to speak to him and say, pass the ball. Just for now, Garnacho, just assist. That's your priority at the moment. Don't keep trying to rush the defenders. Let's just get the ball into the box. Give it to Ireland. You're playing against Newport. Give the boys a little bit of confidence. Everything's rushed. There's no teamwork. There's no cohesion. There's nothing that says that these players have been trained together, that they play together. It's just like they've thrown it. And to use cliches, they've been thrown together from separate teams and all that. It's madness to witness. That I don't even. It's infuriating to watch. There is no part of our team where it looks solid. The defense don't look solid. The midfield don't look solid. The attacks, it's all just randomness. Do you know what I mean? And to me, that's all down to the coaches. I'm not even blaming the players anymore because, like I said, 7 of those 11 today weren't even Ten Hag's play. 7 of those today were Ten Hag's players. There was only 4. That's it. So all this talk about, it's the players' fault and the players need changing and all that, I can't have it. Do you know what I mean? Because Ten Hag's just not improving his men. Do you know what I mean? You see Unai Emery take over relegated teams, going for title challenges and all that. You see Eddie Howe take over relegation threatened teams, pushing up the league and stuff. And Ange Postecoglou taking on, a horrendous Spurs team, losing the best player, playing some of the best football in the league and coming to Old Trafford and dominating football. Like, what are we witnessing? What are we having to witness here? It's madness. So, I don't know, Saeed. That's just, and this is, we've won the game. Do you know what I mean? We've won the game, and it's madness.
That's how I felt. I felt that for a while, man, guys. I'll be honest with you. I don't think I've got to a game where I felt like, man, like maybe Chelsea, I'd be like, you know what, we should have beaten them more. But I don't come out of game satisfied, man. And people say, but Saeed, you know what I mean? You've got to let it go. Like, but I've been keep seeing this time and time again. When are we going to come out and say, listen, top performance, top lads, top. You come out of here, we're all like, we should be and that's the thing with me, Andy, is that you want to be coming out satisfied, don't you? But you have a question.
We've only done that once this season, and that was in a Carabao Cup game against Crystal Palace.
Carabao Cup, yeah.
And that was,
bring me back that day. I missed that.
Bring me back that day. And the performance and the energy and the pride in the players was actually there that day. And that is shocking to say that our best performance of the season. And now we're away in the next round to either Bristol City or Nottingham Forest, and I still don't fancy us going to either of them. That could be another banana skin.
Facts.
So I would rather take the chances with Bristol City than Nottingham Forest because they
beat West Ham. Bristol City beat West Ham. Bristol City beat West Ham.
So if you can't do it on a cold night in Stoke, you can't do it on a cold night in Bristol. You know what I mean?
And that's not too far from Newport as well. But you know what it is here with me? Like, I just listen, man. Listen, I don't know what.
You're lost for words, Saeed, aren't you? I can tell that you've lost for words. You know what it is? It's because win, lose or draw, all of us here, all 6 of us here, and anyone who's like not clouded by emotion, the performance is going to be terrible. Whether we win, we just won 4-2. And we're here criticizing the performance like we lost 3-0 because how bad the performance is. Again, I'll repeat it. How do you score 4 goals and we can't praise none of the attackers and say, such and such was excellent today?
I can only compare this to, was it when we played Yeovil a few years back, if you remember, I think it was 2016.
Yeah, Di Maria.
Yeah, Di Maria, that sort of performance when you was like, I could go even further back and put you all young'uns to shame. I remember, was it Exeter City? 0-0 Old Trafford in 2005.
Well, I remember that one. Come on, man.
And that was a replay. Under
Come on, we know that. I remember. I remember that one as well. Exeter 0-0.
Saeed remembers that as a little baby.
I remember that one. Remember, Jemba was playing belly on. Those were the rough days, man.
Wait, what year was that?
2005.
Okay.
That was
Yeah,
really
2005,
20 years
yeah.
ago, mate.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Yeah.
You remember you do see United bad results, Men in Black. You know what I'm saying? And that you see the neuralizer
Yeah,
thing.
we
I just press
definitely-
that.
I think the next few weeks, even with the derby coming, will be them Men in Black things will be in high demand for us, fans.
Oh yeah,
It's
definitely.
crazy, man. You know what? Yeah, let me ask you a question. Yeah, and this is for maybe Double A to come in. Is it the players, yeah, or is it the manager? Because a lot of people keep saying to me like, it's the players, it's this and that. Like they should have won the game today, and I hear part of that, yeah. But second half, yeah. What did he say to them at second half, do you reckon? Because we came out a different team. And it happened in Galatasaray. It happened at
Happens all the time.
Copenhagen. It happened at
Spurs. It happens all the time.
West Ham.
It happens.
You know what I mean, bro?
It's a pattern forming. It's clearly, he doesn't say anything. He's clearly not saying anything. And then you're asking whose fault is it? Bro, it's a collective. We can't just pick and choose who. It's everyone's fault because they're all not performing, aren't they? And like, listen, look at the leaders we have in that team. You've got the captain in Bruno. You've got Casemiro. You've got Varane. You've got Martinez. Right? You've got 4 players there who should know how to lead from the front and how we consistently are switched off the first 5 to 10 minutes of a game is fucking criminal.
Yeah.
And listen, and the manager should be drilling it into him. You need to keep your fucking heads for the first 10 minutes. But the players need to take accountability for the fact that they can't. The fact that they can't do it. Ash mentioned Garnacho before, and I'm not too mad at him about having that shot because he hits the bar. Like, and if he scores, we're praising him for being fantastic.
He's well within his rights. You can say 50-50.
But it leads to on the other side, not sitting on the fence with it. But it's almost a Kane Sterling situation. Do you know what I mean? Like he should pass it. But then you look this consistent not looking for Højlund is ridiculous, and I feel so sorry for the kid. Like, I don't know if you've seen it. The front 4, Anthony had 6 shots. Bruno and Garnacho both had 5 shots.
Yeah, no.
Højlund had 1 shot. What the fuck are we doing? Why have we gone and spent a lot of money on a young striker and we're not even bothering to pass him the fucking ball? He's creating more for others than he's getting created for him. He's having to create his own goals. Like, at some point, the manager has to sit down with whoever fucking is coaching the attackers and saying it's clearly not working. We need to start feeding this young lad to try and get him fucking goals because he was working hard today. Like, I didn't agree with a lot of what Danny Murphy was saying, but he was noticing what Højlund was doing up top in pulling their defenders apart and looking for space. Like, I don't understand why we don't want to feed this striker and try and get him some goals, lad. Like, yes, the players are greedy. Yes, they want to score and take the limelight for themselves. Garnacho and Anthony are 2 of the worst for it. But and it's what Ash is saying. You have to look beyond who are on the pitch now because there's clearly a breakdown on what's happening on the training pitch. If anything's happening at all, it's just all fucking photos and Casemiro and fucking Anthony dancing or whatever the fuck it is. You see it all the time.
Double A, you answered your own question when you said why they not looking for him, and then you said the wingers are greedy.
Yeah,
we don't have.
Yeah, but it's down to the manager, innit? Though, Flawless. The manager's got to say to him, give him the ball.
Of course,
so they're not respecting him.
Yeah, and that's what. But is whether he's doing that or not, don't get mistaken. I said it before. Højlund's in the worst possible predicament. When you look at the way we're set up, you look at the players around him, then you look at his own ability, because I believe he is limited. You are in the worst possible predicament. Now it's on the case of the manager's not doing anything for me. The wingers are not doing anything for me. Neither are the attacking midfielders. He's got to start demanding the ball. He has to start shouting at man in his native tongue. If that's English, wherever it is. You know what? Man needs to start. Man needs to start doing it more. I've used this analogy before. I use it again. When Kaka was playing in London and that Don was telling him to cut the ball back. That type of confidence. That's what he has to do. See, Bible's like, cut it back. Like that. He has to do that consistently to the point where it's a talking point. Not only when we're talking about Manchester United games, but also mainstream. Because these men are ignoring you. So now you gotta start. Like grabbing man up.
In Danish.
Yes,
swear.
Literally.
Then you have to get your fucking Google Translate out at half time for some of these players. Fucking swear at him in Danish.
It is. You gotta start grabbing. Grabbing man like, yo, pass me, man, 6 foot. Pass me the ball. Guarantee if you do that, it's not nice, but it has to be because what's currently happening is not working. And he's looking bad for it. You're getting one shot, you're receiving one pass, two
shot,
passes,
bro.
You're getting six,
That's
you'll get
mad.
6, 7 touches a half, or maybe 9, 10 touches a game. It's not working. Yo, you gotta start shouting at people. Because what is not happening. And I seen that when Garnacho didn't cut it back to him, he was mad about it. Have to do that every possession.
I see him go over to the back and crossing the ball, and I see him cross the ball. And I'm thinking, who the fuck are you crossing the ball to, bro? You're the one that's supposed to be there. Like,
you know what? Listen,
if you've got, this is why it's a problem. Yeah, it's just a problem in general because if, for instance, like Anthony's shit, Garnacho is getting way too much game time for what he's been doing in the last couple of months. If we're going to be honest about it, right? So by you playing these two, and this is what I told you about De Gea last season, but you're not playing these two, constantly playing these. There's no consequence of them playing shit. And anything that you tell them, if you keep playing them, basically you're saying what they're doing is okay. It's not okay. You know what I mean? So realistically, any manager with any sense, or me for any sense, I would have said, listen, you have got to pass the ball to him. If you don't get the ball, you scream at these two and tell them you want the fucking ball. Score, but make sure you score because we don't want arguments. There needs to be a reason on this. You need to get the ball, but you need to finish. End of the day, that's the discussion. If it don't happen, you coming off. This one goes on. Ahmad, whoever, Pelistri, pass the fucking ball to him. Yeah, and that's what you have to let them see what's going on. Let that see what's going on. If that's not going on, then again, you got to come off until you are the manager. If people are not doing the jobs that you want them to do, they cannot play. It's as simple as that. They cannot play. And for me, I think this is what he likes. He must like it because he's not trying to change it. How can you go to 16th place, not Newport County, and not even give Pelistri or Ahmad a sniff? A sniff. Man. Not even a sniff. What? I'm not saying these are the saviors of the club, I'm just saying, look at the position that you are in. You are against Division 2, 16th place, and you don't think you can give these men a chance. What are you managing, bro? What are you managing here? What is this management style? What is this?
Just a quick
there's no reward, basically. Yeah.
Just quickly, Andy. Sorry, mate. Just another angle on what Traps is saying there. Like, obviously, we're seeing shit output from Anthony and Garnacho on the right and left, but then Anthony gets his first assist of the season playing on the left, and he scores his first goal of the season with his right fucking foot. Garnacho's played the best on the right this season. Like, I understand this. You want everyone to cut in. You want to play a left winger with a right foot and the opposite on the other side. Sometimes just play fucking wingers, a left-footed left winger and a right-footed right winger. Let's see what happens because at the moment...
That's what I think he's making it along, though. He's making it along. But that's what I'm saying. He keeps making it along as he goes. It's 1 minute, Garnacho's on the right. Remember Rashford? Rashford's a right winger now. You remember everyone saying Rashford's a right winger, he's better on the right. No, he's not. Like, he's not good anywhere, mate. He's not a good footballer. So at the end of the day, like, I'm just serious, man. We keep like, what's it, square pegs? What's it called? Square pegs,
round holes. Yeah, man.
Yeah, square pegs in round holes. How about we just say they're not good enough? How about we just say, yo, listen, Anthony's shit. And by the way, Garnacho. People know my opinion on Garnacho. I don't mind Garnacho, but a lot of people want me to say, speak on Garnacho. You keep backing him. My thing is, what's pissing me off, is he keeps thinking that he's got this status now. Broski, you are Garnacho. You haven't made it yet. Relax yourself. Humble yourself, Garnacho, You're still working out. You're still a kid. But I just feel like, for me, him being greedy, it's not going to help the team. The team then, Bruno Fernandes spoke about it today. Some people have been a bit selfish. Some people, I just want Garnacho to just be selfless. When you're young and you're up and coming, I feel like for me, it's better for you to get assists, better for you to grow into the game. The goals will come. Like, don't worry about the goals. I feel like everyone's obsessed with goals, man. Like, this output, become a better team player first, and then later on, the goals will come for you. That's just my kind of way of thinking about a player. And I think for me right now, Garnacho wants a glory. Rashford wants a glory. I think sometimes Anthony wants the glory because he keeps going onto his right and shooting. You know what I mean? And it's like the players that are actually not selfish are Ahmad and Pelistri, but they don't get a sniff, So I don't know, man. A couple of super chats here. Big Ben says, Double A, stop protecting this mid-striker Højlund. He gets bullied in every Premier League game. Bad touches, but the rest are shite too. 1 Premier League goal. And he carried saying
Hold
Ronaldo got
on,
80
hold on,
goals in the
Saeed.
Premier League. And the fans stood. Yeah.
You can't say stop protecting him and then say, well, the rest are shit. So what I'm saying is true then. So if the others start playing to him and actually try and create for him, he ends up scoring more fucking goals, you idiot. Are you stupid? Do you not understand what I'm saying?
I know.
You can't say you're talking shit and then, but you're right what you're saying. Fucking hell, makes sense.
Yeah, you know what it is? I feel like for me, I think like this, and he carried saying, big up Big Ben says, Ronaldo scored 80 goals in the Premier League and fans stood by Eric Ten Hag to drop him for the system. Højlund has scored 1 goal and gets every backing from the fans. My thing is, I still think he needs to do a little bit more in terms of his overall movement. But when you're only having zero shots,
you see,
when you're having 0 shots, though, I need to look at what's happening around you now. I can't just keep saying Højlund is rubbish and I'm thinking now, he has to have better movement, but why is he not even getting a shot on target? Is it a case of, hold on a minute, Garnacho's there, he don't want to cross to him. Anthony don't want to cross. You know what I mean? So the connection's not there, man. This is why we need training ground. Why on the training ground have Ten Hag not found a place to say, yo, man,
you know what
we're
it is,
all
though?
Together. We're all together. Man.
There's nothing you can do with it. Like, you can slightly improve it, but like these men are just not good enough. Let's call it spade a spade. Our attack was terrible last year, and I said this last year.
Yeah,
it's just that Rashford had the season of his life in terms of output. Because when you take away his goals, which he scored, I don't know, is it 17 in the league he scored, and we scored 58.
Yeah.
So that tells you what you need to know. We averaged just above a goal a game last season. This season we're on average to score less. Our attack has been a problem, and it's still a problem. Because yes, of course, you can slightly improve it on the training pitch, but these players are just not good enough. Who would sign these men? Like no top side signing these men. Go on,
the thing is with Højlund, is that you have to give him the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, not because you're being biased or anything, but at the end of the day, like you can't judge someone who is not getting. If he's squandering chance after chance after chance, and you can say, yeah, he's shit. You can say that, but he doesn't get chance after chance to squander. So at the end of the day, like I can't tell you. I can see good attributes that he has. I can see that, but to be honest with you, until I see him getting proper, like right, you are getting balls now. You're getting chances, mate, and you're not putting them away. What can you say? What can you say?
Nah, 100%. Big up Zayn Mias says Andy Arsenal won 5-0 against Palace and you barely beat a pub team.
Yeah, you got your own problems tonight, Zayn. You got your own problems tonight.
Who did Arsenal get in the FA Cup fifth round? Let me know.
Exactly.
Who did they get in the round?
Yeah,
let me know, Zayn.
We don't know.
Let me know. Who'd you get in round 5, Zayn, and round 4? Let me know.
Yeah. You know what, Mandem? Yeah, and I think this one here replies. Big up to Big Ben says the rest is shite. Yes, AA. But where is your standard on Højlund? You're giving the lad a pass. Have you not been to other games? Relax, man. Have you not seen the other games and whatnot in that regards?
He's a 20-year-old striker, developmental. I'm not expecting him to be world class right now, but at the end of the day, the team.
They got his options anyway. Yeah. He's our only striker.
As your main man, you're number one. For him to have one shot when all the wingers in his 10 are having 4 or 5 times as many shots as him is what I'm calling out. Yes, Højlund needs to improve. I'm not saying that, but he's 20 years old.
Yeah.
If he was 27, 28, and this was happening, I'd have a lot more to say. But I'm allowed to get, like Trap said, I can give him leeway because it's his first season and he's a young player with no help, no senior striker ahead of him, no one coaching him properly. Like the kid is left to figure it out all on his own with no one to help him. So the only help he's going to get is from his teammates. So that's why I'm saying to his teammates, stop being fucking greedy and maybe try and pass him the ball a little bit more because he's got 7 goals and a couple of assists. It's, for a first season in a shit team, it's not that bad. But of course, he needs to do a lot more, but he's still figuring it all out. So, yeah, I think people want to write him off already, which is absolutely ridiculous.
I think for me, listen, we can't write him off anyway because we need him for the rest of the season because we ain't got no more strikers. You know the ones there, so we kind of need him to perform. Guys, there's 1.3k in the building. Nearly 1.3k.
He was talking about flipping. Speaking of Big Benz and that, you're talking about Benzema, bro. Imagine Benzema at Newport County getting no service, mate. Could you imagine that?
And bro, but you know what happened? We know what happened though. Benzema wouldn't tolerate Garnacho and Anthony playing like that, bro. You think Benzema would tolerate that?
You think he would tolerate his manager?
He wouldn't tolerate the manager, but like, let's say Benz was out there hypothetically, he's getting the ball. And another thing he can do is create. Because he can create for himself as well. He's like, that's where I criticize Højlund. As bad as the predicament you're in, you should still be doing more. That's what it is. Like just something basic, like run the channels more. I've said that. You are quick, you are strong. Just run the channels. Do that.
Yeah.
I don't see you doing it. Like that's bad. But yeah, trust me, like you are in a terrible predicament. So I'm not. And he's limited. I understand that. You watch him, you can see he's a limited player. So it's like, and then all the things that Double A said as well. But that ties back to the manager and our preparation for the summer. We should have signed him and a senior striker.
Yeah. Guys, make sure you like the video. Let's get up to 500 likes ASAP. We're not on 500 likes yet. Over 1.2k in the building. We will get up to Rashford in a bit. You know what I mean? I still want to concentrate on where we go next, and obviously just in general, your kind of confidence for the rest of the season. I mean, Andy, like, I know you still want to back the manager and stuff, you know, you don't want to give up just yet, but like, can you see a clear pathway? You see Ineos today, apparently there was murmurs of him and Myrtle, is it Jim Brailsford? Him and Myrtle kind of having a discussion in the stands and whatnot, and he did look great on the cameras, and his face never looks great when he's watching United, by the way. He's just got one face. I don't think he's ever smiled since he's come to the football club, but it can't look good for you, can it, though? Like, when you're seeing this right now and we're going, like...
You take the glasses off him, he looks like Stone Cold Steve Austin or something. Eventually, he's going to start dishing out some Stone Cold stunners to that dressing room, and I hope he does by selling a few players, dictating a few terms and conditions. So it can't be interesting to watch. I know. I thought it was absolutely mad. There was a scaffolding outside the stadium, and there's people on the scaffolding watching the game.
Yeah,
that's how mad. That's what the FA Cup was like today. That was any vantage point. I had a friend, he messaged me, took a picture, he jibbed in the Man United, then easy jibbed, got in for free, and he travelled down and he stayed over in Newport for the night. So fair play to him. And that all on the best about 40 quid, £15 for the train, and about 25 quid for an hotel for the night. So
he had a good night.
He had a good night.
Yeah. Worst part about it was watching United. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Shout out to Chris Brooks, and I hope, mate, safe journey home, mate, and all that. But I think it's the next few weeks, mate. We've got games in and around the teams vying for European positions, and we can't keep playing like this. We've got Thursday, we've got Wolves, big match now. Then we've got West Ham. Then after that, I think is it Villa? Yeah, Villa, Fulham. Then March the 3rd. March the 3rd, Big Steve and his crew. I don't even want to fucking think about that yet. and that is a potential car crash.
Andy, if I was your mate, if I was your mate when I got in there for free, I would ask my money back same way.
Bro, I'm telling
you. Paid about 40 odd quid for the weekend.
After that performance, I'm asking for my money back, mate. I didn't even pay.
For free. Do you know what? You don't get many decent weekends for 40 quid, mate. Do you know what I mean? So fair play to me, mate, Chris. So but
I need to take you to some places, Andy. I think.
Hey, I knew someone was going to make that joke. I was just waiting for it double. I knew someone was going to make that joke. Low hanging fruit, man. This guy and his dad jokes, you know.
Hey, look. Andy tells a joke. You're laughing your head off. When I tell a joke, it's a dad joke.
I'm old enough to be your dad. Any of you, I could be your dad. I'm nearly 50, lads. You know what I mean? I'm daddy material.
Look a day over 49, Andy.
Looking young.
Yo, listen. Yeah, man. Looking young, man. Looking young. Listen. I don't know where it goes next, man. I'll be real with you, man. I don't really like the direction we're going in. You know, I mean, there's a manager merry-go-round right now. You know what I mean? Like, you know, if you don't get the right manager in now, you're gonna be. Listen, you might get Ryan Giggs or something at the end of the season. You know what I mean? It could be that peak, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm being serious. Like, it could be peak where you'll get an ex-legend coming in because they want to help the football club, and we can't, you know, bring in a proper man in. I genuinely don't know, man. It's that bad, that I feel embarrassed every time watching United, man. That's how bad it is, man, guys. Like, I'm watching today, I feel embarrassed.
If you want Ten to go, Saeed, the only way it goes if we get absolutely steamrolled at the derby again, and you get your wish, mate, because that'll be intolerable.
It could happen.
Does it have to get to that, does it have to get to that? Does it have to get to that, though?
But on a real, when you look at our fixture list, where is our next win? Hear the
I don't know.
silence. Where is silence?
August Springsteen.
Where is?
I don't trust this team against any team in the Premier League. Do you know what I mean? That's the thing. There's not one team in the Premier League that I don't think that could do something against us. Do you know what I mean? You know, what are we goal scoring? We got Luton scored more goals than us, and do you know what I mean?
But we don't need Benz though. You know what I'm saying? Because he's
madness.
Yeah.
Yo, it's crazy, man. The next fixtures are. I'll tell you. The next fixtures are. We have got. 1 second here. Please. I'll bring it to you right now. Let me just put it up here. There you go. So you've got Wolves away. That's a big, tough game. They're playing some good football at the minute. West Ham at home on the weekend. Listen, they got Kudus back, Bowen's back. You know what I mean? So they got their players back. I don't know why people said Fulham. We got Aston Villa after that next weekend.
It's Fulham at home.
Loss.
Fulham at home, innit? Yeah, it's Fulham.
Yeah, Luton Town away. Even Luton Town away, I can't lie to you, man.
Oh, that'd be a tough game. They'll give us a good game.
Tough game.
They'll give us a good
tough
game.
4:30 under the lights. Then you got Fulham away, Fulham at home. Sorry, listen, we lost to Bournemouth, so I don't know. You get me? And then you got the FA Cup game before the Manchester derby, which again is probably the worst thing that could ever happen.
The only one I look at there with some form of confidence is the wrong word. I need something that's less than confidence, but some little bit of optimism is Fulham at home. That's the only one. I go, yeah, maybe.
Broski.
But the others, I'm like,
you want to target at least 5 wins, don't you? You want to win the 4 league games, the FA Cup match. Then it's like, oh, I don't know. If you win 4 games going into a Manchester derby, I could forgive.
Do you think we're winning them 4 games though, Andy?
Won the previous 4, I can live with that.
Do you think we win those 4 games though?
I really couldn't tell, man. I really couldn't tell. So.
I don't think so. I don't think
Broski, it's crazy, man. That's what I'm saying. That's where the confidence is gone. Traps. Someone's asking here, and Manolo says, "Would you take Mourinho back or Oli?" I think Traps wouldn't mind Oli coming back, man. I think he said it already. He don't mind Oli coming back to the job. So listen, I mean, them days will be too much for me.
Sure, yeah. One thing's for sure. If Oli comes back here, if Oli was to come back, well, we ain't getting embarrassed in no derby, mate. I'll tell you that for free.
Yep. Well, he got embarrassed. He got embarrassed towards the end.
Yeah,
whack 5-0 at home to Liverpool.
Yeah, he got 2-0. We got
his record against Pep was pretty decent, wasn't it? His record against Pep was like 3-3.
Yeah, it was decent, but then was it not the last derby we played against him? And it was like De Bruyne came out and said, "Well, we went training, and it's like,
and they all ran away."
How's it any different to what we've seen this season? It was training ground.
No, I'm just saying. All I'm saying is, I'm just saying, Ollie's not the answer. As bad as 10.
Oh no, for sure. Yeah, no, Ollie's not the answer.
But in the last 18 months, I've had more joy out of watching Ollie ball than I've had watching this. I'll be real.
I'll
be honest. I'll be real.
You know what? I
don't want David Hair back.
You know what I'm saying? My current relationship is worse than my toxic ex. They're both bad. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? What we comparing shit to shit for? That's why I don't.
I can't get over.
He asked me a question: Oli or Mourinho? I'd take them both back. I'm not really asked, to be honest.
Really?
At this present moment in time, I would take them back. That's the truth. Mourinho more so.
Oh yeah, I know Mourinho. We've had that conversation.
Exactly. Bro.
Would you take Oli back as an interim or as like full-time manager?
No, Oli for me. No more legends, man. No more legends for me. No more legends, guys, man.
I'll take Keane just to slap him up. Do you know what I mean? You know, Keane in the dressing room. I'd love to see that. I just want to see it. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, it'd be there less than Troy Deeney in his job, mate. He won't be there long, man. They couldn't act a team
with no. There's no win 10 games and get a 3-year contract. Just make these lot happy. Give them the little happy vibe to the end of the season. Then everyone, just clear them all out, yeah, and start again.
That's why we're in the mess we're in, because he was there licking all our asses, calling them being the best mate. Like that's the reason why some of them have got the egos inside of Old Trafford.
I wouldn't blame Oli for that. I'll be honest.
Now we still got the problems of the Oli regime, where the players think they can do what they fucking want.
Yeah.
You say that though,
100%.
Andy. Seven of those today were Ten Hag's players. Do you know what I mean? You know, there isn't that many. Okay, you got Rashford and that who's swanning about, but you look at the players that he's got today, and you look at a lot of the squad that Ten Hag's had. They are his men. So we need to start getting past the idea of, because the majority are his men. He's got to be doing better with these lads. Do you know what I mean? Because it's just.
Oh, I agree. Yeah. I agree completely. And I want to see Anthony now. Why don't we practice on the training ground, like you say? Fucking teach Anthony to cross with his right foot. It's not rocket science to do it. Train him, learn him. Jesus Christ!
It's like teaching me how to fly.
If you look at today's team as well,
what?
only one of them players
fly. I can't fly. What are you teaching Anthony? He can't. He's finished, man. He's not a footballer, man. The guy's celebrating. Seamus is celebrating against Newport when he's like kissing the badge. Bro, we're Man United, bro. What's going on here, man?
Saeed, if I hadn't scored in 30 games or whatever it is, I would celebrate like that too. You don't know when he's going to score again.
I felt embarrassed.
You don't know when he's going to score.
I felt embarrassed, man.
It might be 20,
it might be another 30 games before he scores. Let him enjoy that.
Man, I'm sorry.
Jesus.
He don't sit right with me, man.
The guy had not got a goal bonus in months. He was buzzing his tits off. He didn't know where he was. Didn't know where he was.
Man. That's crazy, man.
You forgot he was in Wales, man.
He thought he was in America now.
He thought he was in the World Cup final or something, where he was celebrating.
You know, I'm not even angry at him. I'm just angry at Ten Hag. Ten Hag had him. He had him at his club. Do you know what I mean? He had him at Ajax, and he thought he was going to be good enough for Manchester United. What's that say?
Sorry, you know, I'm still not over the. It's like teaching me how to fly.
Bro, listen. But it's like you have to be extreme, because I feel like we have to, with these players, we have to be extreme. Like, we have to just know that these guys are not it. They're not it. Like it's like us telling Bruno Fernandes to be calm on the ball. He's never calm with the ball. You know what I mean? It's like us telling, Dalot to be out of position. He's always out of position. So I feel like these kind of things are just naturally going to happen with United. And us fans have to accept it and realize they're not that good enough. They're not that good. And we need wholesale changes. But also the manager is there for enabling it. Like, he didn't make a substitution until when? And he's seen them stink out the gaff. In another game against Wolves, you do that and you lose the game. And that's 3 precious points gone. Or you've dropped 2 points. That for me is very, very...
Thursday is massive now. This is, like I say, Thursday is absolutely massive, because if you lose that, then you got the feel bad factor around Old Trafford Sunday. Will be absolutely monumental. So it's like you say, they need a performance, they need to win. And say, after seeing Wolves today, they're not going to take no prisoners. They're up for anything after that.
Oh, they're up for it, with West Brom. Yeah.
I think it's very fitting. I think it's very
Carrick as interim. Carrick on, man.
Carrick done it for 3 games and he's unbeaten and he's a legend with the 3-game winning streak. That's it. So he's done enough.
Go on, Trap. What was you going to say, Traps?
I think it's very fitting that this new ownership has not come out and said they're backing this man 100%, whatnot.
Big.
I think it's very telling, bro. And the fact that do you see his interview when he's talking about, they had nothing? The way he said it was like, well, bro.
I've seen that. That's crazy. Did you guys see that, by the way?
The Division 2, they should have nothing. They should have nothing. Like, you don't get praise for Newport County giving you nothing, and then a goal gets scored. What praise do you... Bro, I'm telling you, listen, it gets to the point, every time I watch this guy's interviews, I can watch it for literally about a minute, and it's just, I hate him. I fucking hate him, bro. I'll be honest.
Dropping the standards. He just drops.
No, I
do. Hate's a bit of a strong word, but
you know why I hate him?
You can't tolerate him anymore. You can't tolerate him.
Yeah, can't tolerate him.
Because, bro, he tells lies. He tells lies. Yeah, for one, he believes he's better than what he is.
Sold you a promise.
And it's just not. Yeah. It's not even the fact of that. It's the fact of when I wasn't sure about it. Everyone was like, "Nah, trust me." And then now everyone's slowly getting to that point. But I'm thinking, I don't know, bro. I just think to myself, this man has been, and will always be someone who came here under false pretenses and absolutely got found out from months ago. And how long is it? Like, if we don't win our next four or 5 games, surely he's got to go. Surely. But then again, financial fair play and all that.
I tell you what. Would you take a shit finish, 8th or 9th, and win the FA Cup then you reevaluate him at the end of the season.
Hey, forget that.
No, don't want to go forward with him.
Forget
He's
bad.
His talent identification's bad. He's just bad.
I'm kind of there with you. Do the Van Gaal thing, win the FA Cup, and then bounce. That's where I'm at.
If you finish
leave it high. Leave it high. Leave it high.
That's it. Then Ineos, if they want to pull the trigger, that's fine. Traps, pull the trigger. But if you're still in with a chance at the FA Cup, you still got like. Trust the process. Like, judge at the end of the season, then that's fine.
Still in a chance. Still in with a chance, though. We struggle against Newport.
I hear it. What you have to
mean?
What FA Cup is, mate? Look at Mansfield yesterday.
Bro, Man City are in it, man. We're not winning it, man.
Still in a chance. We struggled against Newport. Do you know what I mean? We was on the edge.
We did.
It was 80 minutes. We're thinking they're going to snatch it. Do you know what I mean?
We did struggle against Newport.
Listen, I hear it, yeah. I do hear it, but do you want to be sitting here? Like, for me, I've already seen, like as Saeed said, the curtain's on the wall, yeah. It's been there for a minute, yeah. But for me, I know how I think, and I'm going to be thinking, if we'd have sacked him months ago, we might have had a chance of winning this FA Cup. If it doesn't happen, because you cannot, you're going to 6th round, these lot are getting found out. When you start playing the big boys that are looking to get to the final, these lot are getting found out. Yeah, that's the truth. So I just think prevention is always better than cure, yeah. And if we just let it run until he can't qualify for this and he's out of this cup, I just think it's just a waste of a season. Like, if you want to salvage the season,
I'd rather have the Ragnick situation, again, where he exposes everyone, he exposes the hierarchy, he exposes the players again. I don't mind going back to, when they used to take it to Peru. When the kids used to go to Peru and used to come back.
After that game against Atletico, I didn't want to know any of the games. I didn't even watch any of the games till the end of the season. I spent more time with my family and watching the
No, but Andy, what's equally suffering? No, but hold on. What's equally suffering, guys? Andy, what's equally suffering, yeah? Seeing a team who's under interim manager, you play for the vibes, you don't really have anything going for you, or a manager who's meant to be the man, who's meant to have the ideas, and you're still failing at the same rate. Which one do you want? Which one can you tolerate? I think I can tolerate a guy who's interim manager. We know the season's dead. We might as well vibes it out to the season, and then we finish it off like that.
No, I'd rather tolerate a crap league season and finish mid-table and still win an FA Cup. Arsenal did it with Arteta. I've seen the 90s, lad. I've seen United finish crap and won an FA Cup. 1990.
Why can't we win the FA Cup with an interim manager? Why can't we win the FA Cup with an interim manager?
That's true. We could win it.
I think we can.
Arsenal did it with Arteta, so...
Exactly. There you go then.
I think we do. I think our chances do increase because it's that new manager bounce, fresh ideas, that type of thing.
Bullshit.
You don't believe we have a genuine chance.
Then the players get to stay again and undermine another manager who comes in. Fuck him.
Andy, so does the manager know if he flukes his way to an FA Cup, the board will be like, oh, let's keep him, let's see what he can do, and back him again.
Yeah, guys, he's delivered. He's delivered third place on consecutive trophies.
Bear in mind, though, with the players, it's not about undermining another manager. These are his players. This is his squad. This is his team. That's his team, though, Andy.
Manager. They'll undermine another fucking
manager.
Andy,
they can't undermine another manager when they've only been under him. This is his team. Who are the players under? This is his team.
Is his team.
Okay, and who did?
And 7 or 8 of them players are his team.
Who he gave extensions to, put his arm around, and gave the captaincy to. Bruno's his guy.
I will agree. Yeah. I'm getting sick of the sight of him seeing playing Anthony. I'm sick of the sight of him sticking with McTominay. But he's. I just don't know what he's thinking. Some of his, like he says, decisions with the derby, with Varane, and not then leaving him out. And I agree completely. But you have to look at it at the end. If you have a chance of winning a trophy, this is what the club's about.
I hear you with that. And I want to increase
long-term game.
Do you think we'll win the FA Cup?
It's all paying short term and long term, to be honest.
You know what? If we get smashed in a derby, but you tell me we'll win an FA Cup at the end of the season, I'll rip your fucking hands off now.
Do you think we'll win the FA Cup though? The way we're playing, do you think we'll win the FA Cup? We go to Forest away.
How you play, mate.
We go to Forest away next round in the midweek.
Against each other.
They fucking.
I thought Tottenham would do City this weekend. Obviously, Spurs.
I'm not. But Andy, I'm not confident going to even whether it's Forest or Bristol away. I can't say it with this game was not the confidence. I was saying before today. Yeah, favorable draw will do all right. Now I don't even think that. I swear on my life, I don't think that. We just struggled against Newport County.
And also, with this idea that the FA Cup, I get it, but we had the biggest motivation last season. I was at Wembley, and we had the biggest motivation to beat Man City in the FA Cup final. I don't see the motivation this season anyway. Like, I'm looking at the FA Cup, I'm like, yeah, it's a competition we can win, but I'm sure Aston Villa think they can win. Are they going to win it? Probably not. You know what I mean? I get it, we can win it, but it's like Man City are clear favourites. I think Liverpool, you can look at them like, yo, Klopp and the feet, they look like they went us. We just struggled like Ash says, Newport County. Struggle past them. We'll probably struggle past but if you struggle in every single round that you go in, I think you've got less chances of winning it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're struggling, if you're dismantling teams and then you win the competition, then you can say, yeah, fair enough, they deserve to go in. But we're literally getting over the line every single. So we are diminishing every chance of us winning the game because we're not playing good. We're not playing good. We're not. And evidence has shown us this season, we have yo-yoed in performances and we have yo-yoed in results. We have lost 14 games out of 30 or 31 today. 40. Jesus. That's an average of what? One loss, one win. That's average. 1 and 2. So what are we doing here?
Competition, Saeed, the farther you go in a competition, you see there's a pathway there maybe to get to a final. Your confidence increases.
Listen, let's be clear.
You're back in early days. You're just there for vibes. It's just vibes all the time. Hopefully we can get. There's no pattern to get to an FA Cup final.
We got knocked out. We got knocked out.
Ain't got it in him to fight for an FA Cup, bro. I'm being honest. Last season, everyone forgets we got given the golden ticket to the final. Yeah, if it weren't for Marco Silva and what's his name?
Oh yeah,
William.
That was a crazy game. I love that game. That was a crazy game.
Yeah, they boxed us off the park.
Brighton played us off the park that day. Brighton played us off the park.
Brighton, yeah, you were there, Andy. You were there.
Yeah,
you know, at least
I was there as well. We want to make the
but at least what we had last season.
You think he's not gonna these are just gonna all of a sudden rise up to the challenge and do? Got no chance, man. No chance.
There's a chance. I get Andy. There's a chance. Yeah.
Listen, let me tell you a good mid-take. You're going on like we are the minnows of the FA Cup and got a chance of winning this. We're not minnows, bro. Like what?
At the moment, with our level and our performances, we are minnows, and as far as I'm concerned, we are playing at minnow level.
A good 90 minutes of football is beating us. Yeah. The manager will stand by and watch these lot play absolutely shit for 70 minutes and then decide that he wants to bring McTominay on or something like that.
Yeah,
it's not going to run. It's not good. Listen, we can all dream, Andy, and I understand, like you said, you've seen shitter football than this. But in today's football, if you are that shit, you will not win nothing.
Yeah, facts. You know what's mad, yeah? And I'll say this, yeah, when you look at it, big up to Corey, by the way, for the super chat again. We had the biggest motivation last year in the final, and then we conceded the quickest goal in final history. Listen, I barely sat down, like I said to you, I barely sat down. And this is another thing as well, by the way. This is another thing. I don't know if you guys have seen it, yeah, but the quote on Arno, before we go into the Rashford situation, yeah, he goes, I think it was a composed debut by Bayendid. Some good saves, very composed. I think overall he could be happy. I was pleased with his performance. Andre Onana will be back for Thursday. Like, can we all unanimously agree that Bayendid deserves to start on Wolves against Wolves?
100%.
Can we all
absolutely, yes.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
If Onana starts Thursday, you need to sack him there and then. Yeah,
he will be back for Thursday.
He's gonna sack him.
Bro, what the fuck are you thinking?
I'm dead.
Bro, the guy pisses around and ruins his country's chances in the company. I know they qualified, but the skin of the teeth. He plays one. He misses the first game because he's pissing about because he wants to play against Spurs. He then don't save a fucking single shot in a game he does play. Then he's dropped for the next two, then he's got to come straight back. Bro, for a keeper that's playing in 3rd division,
it's his cousin as well. Yeah,
it's his cousin, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
his cousin, for real.
This manager is lost, and I'd rather him stay there and never find his way back to Old Trafford personally. Like,
I wanted Cameroon to win, so he does stay over there longer. I was get to the final.
How bad is it that our new keeper that we've just bought, all the fan base were buzzing that Cameroon got through to the next round, and he gets to stay for it.
It's sad. It's sad, though. It's sad.
What the hell are we doing?
You know who's ahead of him? You know who's ahead of him, by the way? You know his cousin that's ahead of him plays in the 3rd tier, I think it is, of the French league and is behind. I think he's 3rd choice as well, behind an 18-year-old keeper. Someone told me that as well. He's behind a 30-year-old keeper as well.
Is he better than
18-year-old keeper, sorry.
He's
I don't think he is. He went better than Onana, and that's saying a lot. He went better than Onana.
Thursday,
that's saying a lot.
We know that. He just said he's back on Thursday. He's going to play him against Wolves. Bayern could have had a 10 out of 10 performance tonight, and he was still going to play Onana.
And you know what I keep hearing? People are saying it today. Oh, yeah, but he needs Martinez. I think I said it before. Like, this whole unlocked Pogba shit that we had fucking years ago. But when he's got Martinez now, Onana, he still can't dive. He still can't save for shit. That's not Martinez can't help him out with that.
Double A, listen, listen. You can do this with me, yeah. You can do this with me. I will message you on Thursday. Let's see how many times he passes the ball, to Lisandro Martinez. Let's see how many times he does it. How many times he goes long. Let's do this together, because all this bullshit that people have been going on, all these excuses, you will see, bruv, this guy, this Onana guy, right? Like, you've gone to this country to play for your country, right? Whatever you've done, you've been dropped. How have Cameroon dropped him before this guy? This guy has dumped you at the Champions League, He's dropped stinker after stinker. Bellingham celebration every time a shot gets taken at him, and they've dropped him before you have. All right then, man. It's all right. And do you know what? To be honest with you, if I'm going to be totally honest with you, I don't give a shit about both of them goalkeepers, because I think they're both arse, to be honest. That's the truth. So it's just basically, all right, cool. Bayern there might deserve a chance based on he just deserves a chance. But in reality, is Bayern there the future goalkeeper of this club either? No. Neither is they're both shit. They're not to the standard.
You know what? I can't now. We can't call Bayern this shit, bro. Because let me tell you, you only watch the content.
Of course I can.
You watch. No. You're
No.
Let me give you the backstory. Let me give you the backstory on.
No.
It's not been shit for us yet, though, has it?
Hold on a second.
Let me land, bro. The backstory on why Traps thinks that Bayende is shit is because he watched a failed comp of Bayende in Turkey. So please, Traps, you got to
was bad,
you have to see him.
Flawless. It was 20 minutes.
It was
long.
bad.
I hear that.
20 minutes long.
Do you know how long 20 minutes of
No.
20 what? Sorry.
I hear that. It's 20 minutes, but of any goalkeeper who's been playing for any amount of years, you could get a 20-minute fail company.
25 is like 20 minutes.
If you've been playing 5-6 years,
listen.
Probably. Yes.
All right, listen. Let's put
You
it
can
into
find
context.
one, though.
Do you think at any time, you are going to be able to say, you know what, Bayern there's levels with Ederson, he's levels with Alisson.
No, but that's not the question right now, though. That's not the question right now. No. Don't do this. That's not the question right now, though, Trap. Is that the question right now?
Bayern there's career, you're going to be able to come on this stream and say he is levels
before you go
with
flawless.
these, man.
Before you go, let me Trap. The question isn't, is Bayende better than Ederson and Alisson? The question is Bayende, for me, should he not be available to be starting ahead of Onana?
And I just said that.
Question.
And I just said that he deserves a chance based on the fact that he deserves a chance. But realistically,
I think it's you calling it.
He shouldn't even fucking be here either.
Yeah, but that's the long run. I don't know about the long run. I'm hearing about the now. The now and the now is
he shouldn't be here
either. He definitely does it. Like, one thing I will say is, because he's not played, he definitely deserves his shot. Is he going to be the level of Ederson or Alisson? That's insert keeper name here, because it's highly to get to those levels is very, very tough. They're two of the best goalkeepers out right now. So it's kind of like
Martinez.
I don't know anything about Bayern there to say. So I don't know anything about him. I've seen him. I watched him once. I only know what he looks like from today.
But you didn't even know him till he signed. No one even knew who this guy was until he signed for us. So
I hear you.
So realistically, he was on no one's radar. But Ten Hag's. And Ten Hag's tenant ID should tell you everything that you need to know.
I hear you.
Yeah. Everything you need to know.
I can't do that because you got Martinez right, so I can't just like paint them all with that brush. Because I'm a big fan of Martinez.
Yeah, it's one in how many though, Flo?
Yeah, it's one in how many, but I can't just say Bayern Day is terrible.
You know what's really annoying? Let Kovar go. Kovar looked mint in pre-season.
He's better than this guy.
Wait, who signed?
He was the best goalkeeper at our club, and he just let him go. Do you know what I mean? And we look at De Gea, and okay, De Gea made quite a few mistakes last season, but also the clean sheets and the big saves that he made. I'm not saying again we've gone from De Gea, but I think we need to look at how important De Gea was for us last season, like even with his mistakes, because he was making these big saves that Onana's just not making at all. So it's the talent. And Onana, he's had the Onana at Ajax. So he's seen him being a lunatic. Do you know what I mean? He's seen all this madness and he still thought I'll bring him to. He's seen Anthony doing spinning, fidget spinning and all that on the field. He's seen it and decided he's sabotaging the club, man. I don't know what's going on.
I just
Yo, listen.
Can I start a campaign now? Tom Eaton for number one. Fuck it. The fucking both.
Oh, Tom Eaton, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, I can live with that. I can live with that. Tommy,
so you don't want to live with
Tommy H.
You just got personal agenda. Now it's Amrabat. 1 minute it's Amrabat, and 1 minute it's
Amrabat. Shit.
Listen, my man said, this is what Flawless said. Flawless said, oh, you got Martinez, right? Yeah. He signed about 10 players, so that's like a 10% success rate. If you had problems with your eyes, and I said, come to me, I can fix your eyes, I have a 10% success rate, are you coming?
No, of course not.
There you go, then.
Well, no, I was. But don't mix the two arguments. You was using that point to say Ten Hag's talent ID is terrible. That's how I know he's terrible. I'm not saying Bayern Day is or isn't. What I'm saying is it's unfair to call him shit having not watched him. That's unfair. How you gonna call it? We can't call a player shit we've not watched. That's unfair. That's so unfair.
Listen, Flawless. When I say some of the howlers that I have seen are a disgrace, bro.
Cool.
They are a disgrace.
Okay, cool. But that doesn't mean he shit off a comp. You know what I'm saying? We can't judge players off comps.
All right, cool. All right, fair enough.
That's all I'm saying is that's unfair. I'm not here saying Bayern Day is the guy and is going to be of a level. What I'm saying is that's unfair. Same way if someone was sat here saying, oh, he's a quality goalkeeper. You need to have watched him. Now, if people have watched him was he in the Turkish league? Cool. I hear that. None of us here are watching Turkish league. Neither are 99% of the chat. All I'm saying is give him a chance and we'll see. We'll soon find out.
You know what? I want to move on. Still 1.3K in the building. Guys, we won 425 likes. Let's get up to 500 ASAP, people. Let's get that up quickly, man, because that means over half of you have not liked the video. So please hit the like button. There's a comment here from Don Dada, which we're going to move on to right now. That regards Marcus Rashford is that it's an internal matter and I will deal with it. My question, it wasn't Sancho an internal matter. And that is to deal with the situation with with Marcus Rashford and the fact that he will be disciplined, apparently. That's what we're hearing the reports are.
Really?
But also, he says Rashford called in sick. The rest is an internal matter. I'll take care of it. As I said before the match, it's an internal matter. Let's be frank here. Yeah? Can we all agree that Rashford is getting preferential treatment? Because obviously he's Mag born and bred and the Mag tax and whatnot, and obviously he's the face of Man United, he's a franchise player. Can we all agree he's getting that
from
treatment?
Ten Hag?
Yeah, from Ten Hag and the club, to be honest, because the club might want to protect him as well.
Yeah, because what Ten Hag said there is how you're supposed to deal with situations. When you have an issue, that's exactly how you're supposed to deal with it. It's an internal matter. We'll deal with it internally. This was my whole point. The whole reason why the Sancho saga went on was because of what he said. He should have said that about Sancho when asked about him. Internal matter, that's why he didn't play. Cool. No one's saying anything. That's every player, whether you rate them, whether they're not, whether they're Manc born and bred, whether they're 80 million, whether they're 8 million, whether they came through the youth system. Don't matter. I don't think it's preferential treatment. That's one of the few things he's got right this season, in my opinion.
Do you think he'll get punished?
Yeah, well, apparently they're reporting that he's getting a fine. For me, I don't care about the fine. It's about you getting dropped. You just get dropped.
Clip his wings. Fuck him off in the summer. Clip his wings. No, I mean it. Like I say, if Ineos want a clean slate, if they want to replace the manager, if they want to shake up the dressing room, fucking sell a big name. No one is untouchable. You want to go and feed the kids crumpets, croissants, and fucking coffee in Paris, fucking selling to PSG, and you get the 80, 90 million, and you invest it in talent for the future and players who want to fucking play some football.
Yep.
First.
Yo, listen, I think for me, yeah, I think he's taking liberties at the football club. For me, going out there and doing what he's doing and whatnot. Like I always said, like footballers can go out and do whatever they want before a game, innit? But the fact that he's used it as an excuse, you know what I mean, said he's ill, that's where I think it goes wrong in it. Because at the end of the day now, you're taking a piss.
Was he
You
drunk
are taking a
or was he
piss.
tired? Was he? I know he was drinking probably the Wednesday night, but the Thursday night, was he drinking or was he on water?
It's got to be drinking. It's got to be a mixture of both.
Hungover. What is the
Listen,
fucking
I don't know
excuse?
in it. We don't know because at the end of the day, Dele Alli showed us a reality that you know what, like footballers are not only drinking, but they might be doing stuff behind the scenes that we don't know about. And this might all be presumptions and whatnot, but we don't know. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, we don't know how it goes behind the scenes. But if you're tired, I don't think tired is an excuse to be ill. You know what I mean, right? He's either lying or, like I said to you, he's either drunk and he's hungover. That's what it's got to be.
It could be something personal. It could be something personal. Like he's not been the right frame of mind for months. I know he had a car crash. He's had the relation that's passed away. Maybe them two things have affected him. I'm just saying it could be. Maybe he has to go away. Maybe he has to go away.
Nah, she's back now.
Send him away.
That picture real, by the way? Is that picture real with him and Rashawn? Is that a recent picture? Is that the picture
I think
of the
that's
club?
an old one.
Is that an old one? Okay, fair enough. Okay, then. But yeah,
how many players this season side have been calling in ill? Do you know what I mean? This is a recurring theme with a lot of our squad. I mean, how many players are turning up ill? Like they're all going out on nights outs and all that. It's just the manager's got no hold on these players. Do you know what I mean? And a lot of them are his players. Okay, Rashford's not, but
I've heard this on the Manchester scene, right? A lot of the nightclubs now in Manchester where these players go, if you get to go in, you have to hand in your mobile phones.
China White.
Yeah. This is so it's strictly for the players.
Been there in it, China White shaking the leg.
No,
I see you, big man. Yeah, I'm saying that.
There's a lot of things about the Manchester club scene,
in,
and it benefits the players.
Yeah, but now listen. China White, he's in there most Sundays. That's what I've been told anyway. China White, him and
everyone knows. It's probably real. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because he has to have the phones in so he can go in and be fine.
Probably watching us right now.
Listen, Marcus Rashford has an ego, right? And I don't care. You can talk about mental health issues. You can talk about all this bollocks, yeah? Which is, it's serious when it's serious. Why is he not taking out the team then? If he's got problems and he's not telling the club, then you're jeopardizing not only your own career, you're jeopardizing Manchester United Football Club. And us as football fans have to look out for our best interest, and that's Manchester United. And when a player's not performing on the pitch, and he's not performing on the pitch, and you're meant to be performing on the pitch, given, like you said, Saeed, the franchise player, the biggest contract we've probably ever given anyone, right? There's an issue, and it's a consistent issue because it was last season as well when he was scoring. He turns up late, and he got left out of the team against Wolves, and then came on and scored the goal. So it's not the first time that he's done it. So it's clearly an issue that's going on with him. So it's down to the club to get to the bottom of it. You have to pull him in.
Did you see that Nicky Butt video?
Apparently
people say there's a Nicky Butt video here. There's a Nicky Butt video here.
Oh, I've known Rashford since I was 8 years old. I've seen it. I've heard it.
A world-class talent who's just not happy in his life or football or whatever it is, he's just not happy. And I tell my son who's 16, if you're not playing football, then you're not going to play well. So that's the position he's in. Whatever the dynamic is, I don't know. I'm very defensive of Marcus because I've known him since he was 8. And maybe I'm the right person to speak to about him because I'm very loyal to people that I really care about. And he's one of ours. And he is a great lad. An unbelievable talent. But even I will say he needs to sort his head out because he's not happy at the minute and he's not working hard enough. I know what I think, but I can't compare myself to Marcus because he's in a soul of a changing room right now. Let's be perfectly honest. I was in an unbelievable dressing room. Literally, you couldn't have picked or dreamt a better changing room. Marcus isn't. It's not just him. There's a lot of them there.
So excuse
How
me.
old is this?
How old is this?
How old is that?
Don't know, you know, man. It got put
before.
out. Let me see what time it was.
Yes,
It's December the 16th. Prior this video was done.
Right.
December the 16th.
What I respect, Double A, before what you say,
Sorry,
just quickly, what I respect about he said, I'm not the best guy to talk about this because I'm loyal to him. I like him. I respect that.
Yeah.
Then you know where he stands. He's not trying to lie about it. I respect that. Go on. Double A.
Also, why does he know that he's not happy playing football? Well, the club have no idea, and the club are not helping him, hanging him out to dry. Then putting him in the team every single week, giving him new contracts and all that, and not helping him. Like, you know, you'd think the club would be backing him 100, which they are backing him because obviously they've thrown all their eggs in the Rashford basket, and Ten Hag is kind of in between a rock and a hard place now because he'll be getting pressure from the club to make sure that Rashford is back in the team on Thursday, that it's only a little bit of a slap on the wrist because they can't afford a player on. Well, I say they can't afford it. They did it to Sancho. And we know on this channel I was very critical of Sancho, of what he did, and I still don't agree with how he did it. It's not as bad as what Rashford's done. This is a lot worse for Rashford because it's an ongoing issue with him, and he's definitely not performing on the fucking pitch. And I'm not blind, right? People say the eye test and all that. A lot of us sit at Old Trafford every single week. We watch what Marcus Rashford is doing when he's walking around the pitch and he's throwing his arms up when nothing around him is causing him to act like he's acting. It's not just that he's not playing well. It's clearly something behind the scenes, whether he hates Manchester United, whether he hates the manager, whether he hates playing football, whatever it is, Marcus Rashford has some clear problems that is affecting him in everyday life and stopping him from doing his job. Now, whether that's affecting him now off the pitch in terms of he's going on nights out and then phoning in sick or whatever. Yeah. And that to me is
either 2 nights out in a row, mad though. 2 nights out in a row. That's mad.
2 days before he got back in training as well.
You can forgive the first one, even though it pissed everybody off because it was a Manchester derby. That was pre-planned. You could have changed that and had a party at home. Fair enough. But this, like Double A said, this is a recurring problem. And he's had, let's say, he's had a car crash before Christmas. He wrecked his car after a Burnley game coming out of Carrington. He's lost a friend, or he lost a cousin in his family. So, like I say, if this is personal, take a time out, walk away, do a Jadon Sancho.
Yeah, this is
to me, he's getting an ego like Jadon Sancho. That's what it feels like. He cannot be touched. Yep. Look at me. You can't touch me.
You know what you see the top sports organizations in the world do? They get the best psychologists on the job. Do you know what I mean? Why is he not speaking to a top tier psychologist, putting him through that? Why not the club advising him to go speak to one? Do you know what I mean? Just to kind of work out what are the issues, because he's clearly got his issues. Do you know what I mean? That's not getting him performing on the pitch. And okay, we might say he's not good enough in that, but like what Double A is saying there, we see him at Old Trafford, we see him not track back, we see him throwing his arms about over nothing. Do you know what I mean? We see him just like not being interested in the game. He scores 1 goal and he's given us all this. Do you know what I mean? Like he's something special.
That's another one. My guy came out and did all of that. Yeah.
Oh, not only that, he's jumping on tweets from fan channels, who are asking legitimate questions.
Yeah.
Giving it back. Like he's got something. There's something going wrong. There's something
questioning Roy Keane and all that. Roy Keane's just giving his observations and stuff, and he's questioning Roy Keane and what he's got to say. You know, a Man United legend. Like what we're talking about? What's he doing?
So it is as bad as it looks. So obviously, you might go to games. It's as bad as it looks when, like, on TV.
His attitude stinks, man.
I'm saying him looking disinterested because he does look very disinterested.
Yeah, he's not interested.
I'm not even defending him yet, but bruv, the shit that this manager puts out week in, week out, but would you be fucking interested as well? I would be interested, bruv.
But he's supposed to be leader of the team.
I hear that.
Last season, Ten Hag done what he could for these players, what these players could do. Now he tried to change it up a little bit, and it ain't worked out. But you're still playing the same shit. But it might be frustration. It might be the fact that you fell out with my mate Sancho, and you've done this, and I've got shit going on, and your tactics are shit. He might have just had enough of this whole situation. I'm not even defending him because at the end of the day, you're getting paid 375 grand a week, mate. Make it happen. Simple as that. That's why you get paid.
We made a mistake, man.
But
we'll get a statement from Rashford's crew. He will. We will.
You know what's mad? Yeah, I met his ex agent on Saturday. Funny enough, you know what I mean. So Listen, man, we had a conversation on whatnot.
What do you know?
What did his agent say?
What about his ex-agent? You can't just say shit like this and just go.
No, he didn't tell me anything. He didn't tell me anything. I just met him. No, but I just met him at a brunch. I met him at a brunch. No, I met him at a brunch.
Okay.
What did he tell you?
Brunch.
Hey, put it in the private chat. Put it in the private chat, fam. Put it in the private chat, man.
He didn't say anything. He didn't say anything.
You put it out there, you may get some ratings, more ratings, mate.
No. He didn't really tell me anything. He just kind of said, I'm his ex-agent. I left him. He now obviously managed by his brother. I'm still in contact with his family. Like he just kind of made sure, like he was telling me about his past and what.
Jay-Z had it.
Jay-Z. No, that was Lukaku. Lukaku.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because Lukaku was Rock Nation, wasn't
Yeah. But I want to bring this. I got
a new name for Lukaku, man. Let him drop a stinker, man. I've got him.
Go on.
Come on.
Huh?
Come on, you got to tell us.
Lukaku crash, man. That's the one.
Alan Shearer says he can't keep doing this. He can't keep wasting his talent because it's not right. He needs a strong management, someone to get hold of him and tell him there's huge regret come end of the career. You got to remember, he's 26 now. When he loses that pace, this is why I tweeted last night, and I've always mentioned this, Mbappe goes to PSG. They come calling for Rashford, Ineos have got a bit of a budget to kind of use with if they sell Rashford. How much do you think would you say is acceptable fee to sell Marcus Rashford? I would take, for me, anything between 80 to 100 million.
Hey, if PSG want him, swap deal, man. Killian for Marcus. Let's go. That's what I'm with.
No, listen. PSG don't want him. Luis Enrique, he's not his player. He's not his kind of player. So that's worrying. That he's not going to be playing.
He might not be there.
Oh, sell him.
Let me know in the chat.
You know what we can say to PSG? Great PR for them. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, you sell a lot of shirts. The Jordan brand, they can make it work. I don't know who.
I've heard there's a lot of hungry kids in France, so we can feed them.
On the Champs-Elysees, they beg there every Sunday night. You know what I mean? Croissant, monsieur.
You know what's mad, You know what's mad, I feel like for me, why I'm saying, do I think he's worth 100 million, by the way? I'm not, but I'm saying PSG put it off on the table. You know what I mean? Take that play because they've had interest. They've talked about it before. They do want Marcus Rashford. And his agent kind of came out and, like, you know what I mean? Like said, if he doesn't sign a contract, he was trying to basically like force us into signing a new contract. We gave in. We caved in at 300 and odd bands a week, So I feel like for me, it's one of them where like, if you can cash in Marcus Rashford, I think for me that would be a perfect scenario. We move on. We don't have this lingering Marcus Rashford around us. Is he going to turn up? Is he not? Does he want it?
You go to Bayern. You offer a swap deal. A little bit of money and get Sane.
They've been signing bad players, man. Too cool. You sell him. You got sell him Bayern.
Small number of £375,000 per week. That you have to eradicate. And I'm telling you now, there's nobody in this world paying Marcus Rashford that kind of money. Maybe Chelsea, I don't know. No, but I don't think so. I don't think so.
It's highly unlikely. We'd have to pay him off, Traps. If he goes, we'd have to pay him off.
Arsenal.
Same at Juve, Juve like to go mad and spend big money.
Bread,
I know you won't be too happy double A, but
PSG is the one Bayern Munich. Like, they just signed Eric Dyer, man. Surely they'll buy Rashford. Come on.
I don't know.
The thing is, we don't want to see it. That's the thing,
You have to send him to the Saudi, man. 700 bags a week, and that's what you have to send him.
Oh yeah. 150 million. Send it to Saudi. Gordon Bennett,
150 million. I'll take 50 million for him right now, man.
He's not going to go there.
He's not going, though, is he? He's not going.
No, he's not. We're just talking hypothetically, like. But when you say a price, 50 million. I'd sell the whole. I'd sell the whole squad for 50 M's at this point. I'm tired of these, man. I'm saying that's what everyone gone.
For Rashford, I take 5 magic beans and a mule, mate. I don't give a shit. Get him gone.
That's in fact magic beans.
Get him off the box.
Hey, get more magic. Get more. You can get more magic beans for him than that, man. You know what I'm saying?
All right, sick.
We got TK Maxx in that.
I'm swapping for a Greg's on the steak, mate.
Greg. Oh, steak bake.
Look at
that.
Oh, steak bake. Yeah.
Fucking lava inside the roof of your mouth. Jesus.
Oh yeah.
You know what?
At least it's softer than Rashford anyway.
No, but you know what it is though? Is it a case of though? Like if Ten Hag don't deal with this accordingly, he's going to be looked at as a hypocrite because obviously he dealt with the Sancho situation the way he did, and now everybody's looking at him to like, yo, if you don't deal with this, you don't deal with this properly, people are gonna have that same energy. Like, keep the same energy. That's what I'm saying to Ten Hag. Keep the same energy. If you're gonna do this, if you see him against Wolves and he starts him, or even in the squad, for me, I think you got to eradicate from the squad. You got to tell him, yo, listen, you're not in the squad for the next couple of games. Yo, like real talk. Real talk.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying, Said. It's you know what it's like? It's like early Ronaldo when Ronaldo was starting to revolt. Do you know what I mean? So, and Ten Hag took a hard line against him and wasn't playing him, but I just can't see him doing it against Rashford. I don't know what it is about Rashford. I think because he got them 30+ goals and all that last season, I feel like he looks at him as almost his hope, his saviour, that he's going to kind of keep him in a job. So we're going to be stuck with him. I would not be surprised if we see him play on Thursday. Do you know what I mean? Just because. Like I said, Ten Hag, he's desperate. He's a desperate man, and he's doing desperate things, as we see.
You know what? The only way he proves this is if he has 2 blinding games. If he plays him and he gets away with it, but I think he will get some shit at Old Trafford next Sunday. Rashford.
You know what, Andy? You won't be bothered, would you? Andy, you won't be bothered if he's going out and he's performing on the football field. We've seen players in the past do that. We've seen players have a drink and been able to play football and all that. That wouldn't be an issue, but it's on the football field where he has got the problems. If he turns up, like you're saying there, and he balls out, scores 2 goals, gets an assist and all that, then yeah, would be accepting. It's the fact that he's got all these problems and he's not doing it on the football field.
And
so
you know it'll be in him again. He could do it again this season. He could actually go out on the piss and balls it up.
Rashford ain't got no respect for Ten Hag, mate. I'm telling you that now.
Yeah.
And shall I tell you where the respect went?
Don't think anyone has.
The respect went when he was late for whatever reason. Was only a few minutes.
Yeah.
He put him on the bench. It was 0-0. He came on and he scored the winner. When he scored the winner, that was it. That is it now. You need me, bruv. You need me. Yeah, you need me.
Yeah.
You need me now.
Partying after the derby. Going out partying after the derby and all that.
I know that you need me, mate. And if you don't want me to play, fine. I'll go to the club.
And that's what he's done. Obviously, got a big contract.
He's got an ego when he parks on double yellow lines with his Bugatti and the traffic warden. He pushes. Rashford pushes, and he gets a ticket for parking outside a restaurant. He don't give a toss. He's so out of touch with the United fans. But I say, lot of money, a lot of time on his hands. He don't give a toss, man.
But this, I think this fallout's been coming. Like, you look at, obviously, like you talk about last season, talk about obviously the derby and stuff like that. Obviously, you can't foresee a derby loss. So obviously that birthday stuff had already been booked and everything like that. I know we probably can, yeah. But
are you going out, though, Double A?
Hey,
are you going out?
Am I allowed? Are you mad?
No, but I'm saying after the derby loss, like you playing for United, are you going out? Do you mean are you partying?
Someone raised a good point because obviously someone was talking about how are you going out as a footballer, this and this. And let's be honest, until we're in that position and we're in that money, we can't say, can we? Once we've got them temptations that we don't have as fans watching United, when we're a player and them doors are open to us, yeah. And a young man, and as young men, we've all made stupid decisions. I still make these stupid decisions now, so I can't sit here and say I've not done stupid things like him, but I don't have the responsibility and I don't have the eyes of the world on me as he does. So you're hoping, and it's what Alan Shearer's saying about the good management. He clearly doesn't have the right people around him to tell him, Marcus, get your head in the fucking game, lad, because look what's happening. You're falling off. Like you've become, you're the number one player from last season, and at the moment now, you know a lot of the fans are wanting you out of the club, mate. Do you know what I mean? But you have to look at like this was coming because Ten Hag clearly doesn't rate him as his big boy. He's big star.
Yo. Horse.
Well, you know, Ireland come in. I hear things. But you look at the Spurs game as one instance, yeah. We're 2-2, we're going for a winner, and he brings him off for Anthony. Like, if that's not screaming, I don't trust you to get me a winner. What the fuck does? Do you know what I'm saying? So there's clearly a breakdown, and I've said for a long time, Rashford is not playing for Ten Hag. Yeah, he doesn't rate him. He doesn't want to be managed by him. And same as Sancho, when people saying, "Well, I'll just wait him out and I'll wait till Ten Hag goes." And let's be honest, people say, "Oh yeah, they've done it before." They have done it before. They have down tools for managers in the past. And they will do it again because they know with this club, and hopefully it's going to change now. Ineos are here, but it's a pattern repeating itself. And hopefully Rashford doesn't outlast. I'm not saying outlast Ten Hag per se.
How many managers did he have? How many managers he had? Rashford,
Van Gaal, Mourinho, Ole, and 4 or 5 if you include in Rangnick.
Wow, wow.
Do you know what?
That's crazy, man.
See that when you talk about this derby and that, yeah. I remember once upon a time, there used to be when the derby came around, used to be like, yeah, derby, the form goes out the window when it's a derby game. Bro, that does not cross my mind anymore. You know, it don't cross my mind at all.
Just don't concede 5. Don't concede 6 in it.
That's what I'm saying.
What's going in your mind.
I've already written it off mentally. I've written it off. I'm ready for Big Steve. If you're watching, lad, you've already won the fucking derby in my book. So I've already written it off like a bad day at the office. I'll watch it, but I'll go out and enjoy a Sunday carvery instead. I'd rather have something enjoyable to watch, to eat, than fucking watching Annihilation again.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Andy. That's how I feel about the entire season.
I did it last season. I did it last season when we beat 6-3. Yeah. We lost 6-3. I went for the carvery. Fucking hell, was fantastic evening that was after the derby.
Yeah, that's how I feel about the season. Every game, I'm just like, I'm not looking forward to this. That's exactly how I feel like. Yeah, just write the season off. And you were talking about Rashford double A in regards to him partying. Just do it privately. That's what I would
100%.
say.
That's why I go China White.
You could easily, I have no issue with you party, whether it's after, you shouldn't really, because you should be preparing properly if it's before a game. But say you lost, why are you giving people ammunition to shoot you? Even though I actually don't think you're doing anything wrong. Going out afterwards.
You watch the apology, and it's all written by
just do it. You could do this at home.
Bullshit.
You don't have to be at a club, man. You could legit just invite people to your house and nobody's gonna know.
Yeah.
And have a party.
Someone will know, man. Someone will know. The thing is, it's not.
That means you need to get better. That means you need to get better people around you.
It's not even a thing. It's not even a fact that. It's not even a fact that you party or you do what you want to do. Just be clear. Just come out and say, listen, I'm not happy with this, and this, and then that's it. At least people know where you stand. Because now, everyone is thinking
the fact that Marcus Rashford and his entourage lied to Manchester United and the fans, and the club accepted. The club accepted.
That's what I don't get.
Their version. Then the Athletic.
What did they lie about? What did they lie about to the club?
They said he was out Wednesday, Thursday.
Wednesday.
And the Athletic said he was out Wednesday, Thursday night. He was off.
Basically.
He was over there to see friends.
Because they want to protect him. That's why they want to protect him.
Exposed them. And Man United took Rashford at his word that I'm ill. So
it's kind of like why. That's the thing is, if you want to party, cool. I get it. I like to party. A lot of people like to party. Just do it privately. You legit have all of the revenue, I'm saying, to party privately with your peoples, then where you are not gonna get caught.
I don't think it's only him though. I don't think it's only him as well. I feel like
it's not just him. The spotlight on him because
done his surgery because he's had enough of the manager. They've had a falling now. I feel like I feel like a lot of these players have just said, look, we're not like, I don't know if the club's telling them, listen, you've got to hang on for a bit or you've got to do this, because they're making excuses for whatnot. But I just think, look, it is a mess, isn't it? The management is a mess. The club is in a transition because obviously there's new part owners have come in and they want to shake things up and whatever. But at the end of the day, right, it's the thing is, right, you could be saying, Rashford, get out the club if he's not playing, but the team's playing decent football without him. They're not playing with or without him. They're not playing decent football. So at the end of the day, I'm not defending Marcus Rashford, and yes, he should be playing, but I just think as a collective, these lot have got a whole lot of fucking misery going on in the club for all different kinds of reasons, and majority of it does lead back to the management and what's going on the pitch. To the end of the day, because if we're calling
you're saying the right environment, when you have a right environment, you then don't want to be off. You don't want to be. If we're calling players out, if we're calling players out, it should be a thing where this player has not played today. It's like, for instance, when we saw Nottingham Forest, we saw Anthony come off and Ahmad came on. He had a good 20 minutes and everyone was like, "Rob, he actually showed some fight there." We appreciate that.
That's how it should be. It shouldn't be take him out the team because he didn't play today and it was fucking shit. And when he played against Spurs, he was fucking shit. He scored a goal, but he was still fucking shit. So at the end of the day, it is the environment that these men are going into. Yeah, and it's not justification.
It scares me for Kobe Mainoo as well. Kobe Mainoo, I thought he played great today. He got his first goal, and it's like, don't have the wrong people around you. Just keep it your football. He's got his family around him. I don't want Kobe to be like that ego, what Rashford is and Sancho is.
Well, he will do.
You know what, Andy? You know, his brothers should have been keeping him in check, though. Do you know what I mean? He's got his older brothers and he's got a lot of people around him, Rashford. You'd expect them to be kind of keeping him a little bit of check and make him aware of this. So what are his brothers doing? His brothers just being yes men. Do you know what I mean?
This is Bale, mate.
This is
going on, bro.
Yeah, but maybe
his brother's got other what you call it problems. You know what I mean? Stateside.
Yeah, but maybe the people around him, say his brothers or whoever, are trying to keep him in check, and he's not listening. That could be the case. He could, like, obviously, this is speculation now when we're talking about his circle, because there could be one brethren there who's like, yeah, you need to like pattern up and get yours, and man is just not listening. It might be that.
When they're all on the red line,
traps you saying there.
What you have to remember, is Rashford comes from good stock, you know, like his mum and his dad are good people. Yeah, they're very good people. They're not going to be sitting there telling him to be doing stuff that, because let's be honest about it, he's done a lot for charity. He's done what, so he's not a bad person. So there's clearly something going on, within it, what he doesn't like, or is not allowing him to be who he like to be the player that we all know he's got all the tools to be. So I don't think it's about being bad people. What you have to remember, like 1 minute you can say, Rashford shit or Rashford's this, that, but at the same time, we're the same people that turn around and say, this club kills talent. Do you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it is like, I just don't think for right now. I think that the whole situation surrounding the players, the club, the players that have been signed, because I mean, I don't even care. But basically, I know someone who knows someone who knows someone. Yeah, and he Rashford
is it Rashford's ex? Wait. It's Rashford's ex-agent, isn't it? Sorry, go on, carry on.
No, that's not.
I know. They know.
Rashford said to them, well, him, that basically the players, he wasn't happy with the players being bought. And he said basically United needed, to buy better players, for him to stay. He wanted to see better players get signed. This was last season after he scored his 30 goals. So I don't know if he's not happy.
No, that's the way Rooney mentality, and I'm not fucking having it. Rooney did the same thing. I'm not having it. Fucking big-headed mentality, and we know the ultimate what happened at the end. Fergie fucking upstaged him and embarrassed him at the end of the season. After they ended up winning the title.
And more so as well, yes, we all know Manchester United is not a good place to be. No one's happy. Manager, players, staff, fans, none of us are happy. But it's about still your own professional pride and still performing to a certain level. Mainoo still perform. How come Mainoo shines? How come Mainoo still? And he's in the worst possible predicament.
Because Mainoo has incentive. He has incentive to play well.
Okay, so what we're saying is he's self-motivated.
Yes, he has an incentive.
Yeah, so like that. So again, that ties into your individual. Is Rashford in a terrible situation? Absolutely. In regards to the other stuff he's got going on off the pitch, because clearly it's not right. What's going on the pitch? But you can still. That's no excuse to not track back.
No,
you know what? It's managers as well. Managers create buy-in. Do you know what I mean? I'm always talking about buy-in. The top managers make you buy into an idea, a dream, a philosophy. They make you buy into the team. Do you know what I mean? Buy into the collective. Like you're working with your teammates for a common goal. Do you know what I mean? There is no common goal at Old Trafford. There is no kind of community and kind of togetherness with those players. It looks like once they leave Old Trafford, they never want to see each other ever again. Do you know what I mean? The majority of them, you've got little cliques and that. You've got like the Portuguese clique and stuff. But even the English lads, you just don't see it, and you don't see that collective dream. And you hear about De Zerbi and the way he gets his players playing together and kind of forcing that idea of the togetherness. We don't have that Old Trafford, and I feel like Rashford at the moment probably feels a little bit alone. You know, he's struggling. He's trying to get on with what he's doing. And he's going out drinking, swallowing his sorrows and all that. So it's a situation where you got to look to the manager again. You know, I understand that with Rashford, you've got to have that self-motivation and all players, but the top managers are able to motivate you as well. That's why Sir Alex Ferguson was the best. And that's why Jurgen Klopp, Pep Guardiola, he gets these players when they have these down moments, when they have these moments of self-doubt and, you know, they've got all the distraction stuff, they get them focused, they get them realigned. And unfortunately, Ten Hag's not that man. And maybe we could get something, get a little bit more out of Rashford, but in the long term, we're looking to get rid of him anyway. He's not good enough. And I mean, what are we talking about?
I think we want to, but I don't think we ever will. And I agree with what you're saying. The best managers do get something out of you, but with Rashford, he's so, like, going off what Traps is saying, so ego driven. It doesn't matter what manager you are. As soon as you do anything against what he wants, he's going to throw his toys out the pram. And going back to what Traps said and trying to connect some dots, there was leaks this season talking about how a certain player or players weren't rating the Højlund signing. Now, to me, and what
remember them leaks, you know,
what Traps said is about he wants to sign. He has to be signing better players for me to stay and all this shit. That sounds like, and I think Rashford is the one that's leaking everything to the press. I'll say it here and now. I 100% think it's him. So
you know what? No, the thing is, right? Like, I mean, I'm not qualified to be. I haven't done my badges or whatever. Yeah, but for me, if I'm going into a team and I'm looking at all these players and I'm saying, listen, I am finding replacements, direct like-for-like replacements for all of you. So if you don't want to play, there's someone who will embarrass you and and force you to either play or force the board to get sold. Because either way, I'm keeping my job. I don't know about you, but I'm keeping my job. Because if you say, for instance, you had a Pedro Neto that you could just replace man with, and he's just playing, and you're just you can't get back in the team now. Who's gonna care about Marcus Rashford realistically? Well, as fans, we don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck, really. If you can replace a man that's the like for like, I could score goals and play for the team well, you do not give a rat's ass about the next man, because you don't. Simple as that. Because we've seen players leave here. We've seen the Beckhams leave. We've seen the Van Nistelrooys leave. We've seen the Ronaldo.
We've seen better players than Rashford. That's the bottom line, guys. We've seen better players than Rashford.
Yes, you can leave as
be forced to leave as well.
But Rashford is passing through. There'll be another superstar.
Yeah, because the club will still be here. And let's say hypothetically it is true. Obviously, we don't know for sure. Let's say it is hypothetically true. He was unhappy about the Højlund signing, unhappy about the levels of the players being brought in. Should that not incentivize you even more to perform to a high level, to embarrass him, and to make people go, right, Rashford's performing to a high level. Imagine you put better players around him. What we talk about, like, I really dislike the excuse of, I'm going to play terrible, or it's okay to play to a terrible level because everyone around me is terrible. Like, no, you still perform to a competent level. Even more, look at Johnny Evans. Johnny Evans is someone who's, what does he have to prove? He plays, and he plays consistent. He is consistent.
Johnny Evans Johnny Evans
gives everything every game.
But that's my point. It's about, it comes back, Traps. What I'm talking about is about mentality, because we're talking about Maino, who's at the start of his career, and Johnny Evans, who's at the end of his career. But what I'm saying is, Johnny Evans, we've seen play next to players we don't rate, midfielders we don't rate, and he still consistently plays to a good level. Same with Maino. If Maino all of a sudden's form fell off, we wouldn't be heavily criticizing Maino. We'd be going, look at the manager. Look at the players around him. Look at the environment. My point is, it's not an excuse to not play to at least a decent level. No, Rashford is way better than what he's showing. As much as I don't rate Rashford, he's better than he's better than this.
What you have to remember, though, yeah, you see, like what we as a United fan, obviously, Andy will tell you probably more so. But growing up younger, you see a certain level of mentality, and you always thought, as a Man United player, they will have this mentality. The mentality of football players nowadays is dropped. So they're like little pansies, yeah, when it comes to certain things. That the face of adversity for them, they just crumble. And it's not just these players; it's players all over the Premier League. Yeah, when the going gets tough, they don't get going. Yeah, and that is what it is as well. So for what we like, Roy Keane wouldn't last 5 minutes in the job with these. They're down tools immediately. They won't kick a ball for him because they're just that's how they are.
Sunday footballers now, they're just wet. The wet.
So
you criticize.
So it's like wet wipes.
Wet wipes. Yeah, wet wipe FC.
Wet wipes. Yeah, used to call that in back in the school days, man. You're a wet wipe, man. You know what I mean? But listen, people, we're gonna end it here, people, man. It's been a very, very good show. Listen, we got Wolves on Thursday. Quick early prediction for that one. Yay. Anyone?
Onana conceded 3 goals.
2-0 loss.
I'm gonna say 1-1, but that's more than hope than
Yeah, I'm gonna say 2-2. 2-2.
I'm going to say 1-0
2-2.
United.
Desmond, yeah, go for Desmond.
Desmond. Traps.
I'm gonna say 2-0. We go 2-0 up again.
2-0 up away.
We're away at Wolves. What we're talking about, we're away at Wolves. You know that, don't you? Do you know what I mean? We struggle away at Wolves most times when we're on good form.
Bro, even on good form, and that ground is so bad, United. Our record there, yeah, head-to-head wise, with Wolves. Let me just show you right now. Wolves
always 1-0
versus
always 1-0 though, isn't it?
Yeah,
always a 1-0, always a kind of like scrawny little game, man.
I can't remember.
Yeah,
we're defo conceding. We're not keeping a clean sheet. We can't keep a clean sheet against Newport.
2018 we drew. Sorry, no. 2019 they won in the FA Cup. They beat us in the FA Cup. 2019 they beat us 2-1. 2019 August it was a 1-1. 0-0 in the FA Cup at their ground. Let me go back here. 2021 we won 2-1. I think Martial scored. I think it was. Was it Martial?
Last day of the season, yeah. Well, was it other?
Last game of the season. Yeah, to be fair, you're right. You're right. Wolves 1-0. August, that was a Martial shot when he scored 2-1. January, 2022, last year. Sorry, not last year. The year before, I think it was 1-0, and then obviously last year 1-0. In that regard, so listen, man, we don't win great over there, guys, man. That's what I keep telling you people, man. We don't win like it's 1-0s, 1-1, 2-1s. Like it's so. Look at it. Even if you look at the games where we beat them at Old Trafford, 2-1, 2-1, 1-0, 2-1, 1-0, 0-0. It's an ugly game. Probably the worst fixture I think I can want as a United fan, like to be playing. It's Wolves. It's honestly, it's an awful fixture. So that's why I'm going a low score. No, they're playing well. Just no more than 2 goals.
They should have beat us at Old Trafford. They played us after Park.
Easy, man.
Unfortunately, I think we lose. I think we lose right now. I don't think we have enough.
And if they win, they go ahead of us.
Where's Mason
they go ahead of us.
Back?
Who?
Mason Mount.
Yeah. They go ahead of us, guys. If they win, they go ahead of us by goal difference. They go ahead of us by goal difference if they win. So,
does he still play for us,
you know what I mean? Yeah. Well, listen, Mason Mount's a little story.
I genuinely don't have a clue you talk about, mate. I have no.
Nah, man. I don't know who he is. I don't know who he is.
Say, don't get me started on you yet because you've been getting away with me with the Scammerback thing for a while now. I can't wait for him to come back.
Bro, man, it's not. I don't know why you like. You know what I mean, man? There's no energy for Amrabat, man. It's a side thing, bro. It's to the end of the season.
The side thing.
I called him a side thing, you know. I called him a side thing, you know. That is the most disrespectful thing. That is, if I called him a side thing, just call him a squad player. That is the most disrespectful thing.
You just called him a pawn on the
top. The way the managers used him. The way the managers used him.
Against Amrabat, yeah, because like Clueless said, I didn't know anything about him too tough. I see him duck down Mbappe and that was it. Yeah. And basically, these men told me he was going to transform the midfield. I'll never forgive you lot for that. Never.
Wait, who told you that, Traps? Who told you that?
Bro, it was either him or fans. Say or fans. One of the two of them.
Listen, I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyway, people, we're gonna wrap up here.
Denial, Saeed. You're in denial.
Listen, I don't know, man.
Guys, man said it wasn't me. Saeed, literally, that is the most disrespectful.
It wasn't me.
It
wasn't me.
Man called him a side thing, you know. That is deep side thing, you know, Saeed.
Chuck's accusing me. Wasn't me. Amrabat wasn't me. You know what I mean? Anyone else? Wasn't me. That's the new motto right now. But listen, guys, what a show. Epic show, guys. MUFC Unfiltered podcast. If that was therapy, then fair enough. Appreciate you guys joining in.
After a 4-2 win as well. Therapy after a 4-2 win.
It's crazy. That's mad. That just shows where
you know why that is, Double A?
This is more of an exorcism than therapy. This is an exorcism.
Because you know what it is, Double A? Because when we lose, we lose. And when we win, we lose. You know what I'm saying? It's just a loss at the end. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Saeed, someone in the comments said, that you called Weghorst a Berbatov regen. Is that true?
Is that true?
No, I said no.
Oh,
I
dude,
did not.
Yeah, he did.
Without saying. Listen. I said
his energy last season. At least he ran more than Marcus Rashford will
there
ever.
you go. Andy knows.
Fuck it.
Andy knows. I'll let Andy finish that one off. But yeah, listen, people, we're gonna wrap it up here. Make sure you're not liking the video. Ash, big up to you for coming on, man, as usual, man. Big up, bro.
Hey, always a pleasure, always enjoyable. You know, the pleasure to speak to you boys and the chat and that. So thanks for having us. Ash Meppers, follow us there on all the socials and that. And yeah, we do it again another time.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Double A, been working hard today, man. Big up to you. Your channel back and running as well. What are you saying, man?
Yeah, man. As Ash just said, you know, Sunday nights are the best nights when we get to all sit around and talk to each other. Best chat on YouTube as well. Keep you entertained. Good to see Andy back. Honestly, what a fucking buzz that is. Great to have the legend that is Andy back. But no, yeah, big up to Saeed as well. Obviously, using his platform to let others speak. It's not forgotten, and it is appreciated. So make sure you support it. Every single one here. Myself, Double A Football, Double A FC on YouTube. Talking Kit as well on YouTube. Them videos are coming back soon. So if you like your kits, come and check me out. And yeah, man, have a good week. And let's hope. I have to say this every single week, and I hate it. Let's hope that we manage to get some at the next game, and we actually just turn up. But it is what it is, and that's why we love Man United, I guess.
Yeah. There you go. Andy, big up to you, mate. Thanks for coming on as usual, pal.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on. And this is a bit of retail therapy for me. So this helped me tonight. And big up to Double A, Traps, my Inter Milan compadre, and Flawless. And big up to Ash and Saeed. Thank you for having me on. And please like and subscribe to all the channels and hit the like button, or you'll have me to deal with.
Hold on. Quickly, I'm sorry to jump in. Traps. Gracias is Spanish, mate, not Italian. Just
crazy.
Ciao bella.
Ciao bella.
It's the Malay guy, you know.
Listen. I heard that. Big up to Traps, man. Anything you want to say in Spanish or Italian? You want to say?
Guten Tag. No, I'm joking. Listen, listen. It's been a pleasure, man. Listen, big up to fucking everyone there. Saeed, Ash, Flawless, Andy on his return, Double A. Big up the man bun, because you've not been getting on to me in the comments for the whole show.
Yeah, man.
It looks fire, man.
I'll see you when you get there.
We need a hair tutorial.
It looks fire, man. Trust me.
Yeah. Come on. Get ready with me with Traps. Come on, man. We need to see that, man. Come on. But listen, make sure you follow up Traps on the socials and whatnot.
Look at this guy.
Yo.
Look at this guy trying to hold his laughing, you know. You are a crook, yo. Say you're a crook of my life.
Big up, man. Big up. And big up to Flawless, going to be live after this as well, man.
I'm going live.
Let them know what you got up to, man.
Yo, sports Q&A coming up, so we just answer sporting questions from the chat. So yeah, man, big up, man. Saeed, I think is you redirecting from here to there, right?
Yeah, redirecting.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
Set people.
Love. So yeah, Sarcasm City TV on YouTube, man. Roll to 10K. Hit the subscribe button. Thanks for having me. Always look forward to this show. That is more entertaining than the game. Manchester United games were half entertaining as this. We'd have less to talk about. Jeez, less to complain about. For real, like it is. So yeah, big up, man. Love to all you, man. Each and every time.
Yeah. Listen, big up to everyone here, man. I'll be back tomorrow for Midday Live. Me, Lee Gunner, and a couple of others as well will be live for the Midday Live.
Au revoir.
There you go. Au revoir. There you go. There you go.
So long, farewell. Auf Wiedersehen, adieu.
Take care.